Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us today on the Real Estate Podcast, where we discuss smart strategies to accelerate your real estate business. I am Todd Sumney, the Chief Industry Officer for HomeSmart International. And recently, we conducted an online virtual meeting with all of our real estate agents up in the Chicago, Illinois area. And the topic of that virtual meeting that day was how to create your own 30, 60, 90-day social media plan and how to conduct a 15-minute open house. And I want to share with you today on the Real Estate Podcast an excerpt from that meeting, so the audio from that virtual meeting, because we really highlighted everything that we had learned recently while recording one of our Expand Your Brand Business Builder webinars with Stephanie Sandoval, one of our top team leaders in the United States. We had conducted an hour-long webinar with her, and I highlighted key tactics out of that webinar, and I shared the 30, 60, 90-day social media plan with all of you. So no one has ever heard this audio that we're going to share with you right now, but it was just such a phenomenal meeting, and we got such good feedback from the agents. We wanted to share that with you today on the Real Estate Podcast. So I hope you enjoy today's episode, creating your 30, 60, 90-day social media plan and how to conduct a 15-minute open house, which is something I just recently learned and is getting phenomenal results around the country. So without any further ado, please enjoy today's episode, and I'll be back in a moment. All right, so here, let's go through the 30, 60, 90-day plan. All right, and we're going to email this plan out to all of you who came to the meeting today. That's what you get when you show up, right? Cool stuff. So here's what we're going to do. I want you to see now at the bottom of an Excel file, you have tabs. So what we did was with Stephanie, we interviewed her. What do you do in the first 30 days? And Stephanie has a lot of new agents too that she's brought on and mentored, and this is what she teaches them to do, as well as veteran agents who join her team. This is what they're supposed to do in the first 30 days, the first 60 days. So no matter what stage of your career, you can start it off today. What do you do in the first 30 days? That's tab 1. Then what do you do on day 31 to day 60? That's tab 2. And then what do you do on day 60 to day 90? And they build on each other. So look at what's up on the screen. The first 30 days, if some of you have social media set up, you can breeze through some of these tasks pretty quick. But the number one thing is you got to set up all the different accounts in the platforms, or for those of you that have had them set up, you need to go update them. And her big ones are Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Pinterest, YouTube, Twitter, and she loves TikTok. And so she incorporates the TikTok into her social media. It's not that people are going to TikTok. It's what she does is she does a video on TikTok and then she posts it on Facebook. And that's what she's doing. For veteran agents, you can also sign up for, in the first 30 days, for these referral paid platforms. So like the HomeSmart Referral Network. If you haven't yet signed up, you need to do that. Referral Exchange, that's a nationwide network. Go check it out. If you qualify and you're an enough experienced agent, with enough of a track record that qualifies, go check out Referral Exchange. You can also check out some different sources like OpCity or HomeGain. She gets leads from both of those sources, and those are for veteran agents who know how to work leads, and she sets up for those. And what she does is she gets leads, and then when they close, she pays a referral fee. So Bill, do you have anything to add on that real quick?
No, you're right on, 100%.
All right,
sorry.
okay.
I'm actually looking for Stephanie on Facebook while you're talking. Sorry.
Oh no, it's all good. I just want to make sure you're the man, so I'm just wanting to include you here and make sure I'm speaking the truth. All right. So next thing, set up software and apps. So if you're using a CRM, you should start to set up a CRM so you can manage your database. And in her case, what she said is choose a CRM that helps integrate video. She loves HomeBot. We're going to talk about HomeBot next week. You got to learn how to use the phone on your camera, or, video on your camera. And you just have to start doing video. Set up a YouTube account, create a YouTube channel, start to use video tools like BombBomb. You're going to hear us talk more about that later. She uses a great little texting tool called Hey Market that allows her to text and incorporate that into her social media. Zillow and Zillow 3D app. She loves Fiverr. And then there's another free website. And this is really important. I want you to write all of you to write this one down and circle it. Canva.com. Canva.com creates free social media graphics. And so if you can't hire somebody on Fiverr, just go on to Canva and go create these little Instagram graphics or Facebook graphics. And what Canva does is Canva has designers that are creating content on a regular basis. So during the COVID-19 restrictions, every day there was new COVID-19 little Instagram graphics for Facebook or Instagram on canva.com, and you can use it for free, or you can upgrade to a pro account, and it's like $9.99 a month. And if I were you, I would, start skipping buying coffee out, and I'd make coffee at home, and I'd put that $9, 2 cups of Starbucks, and you already got your $9 for Canva, paid for a month. So don't get mad at me, but put the money towards Canva instead of Starbucks. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, Todd, I just want to share also Hit 'em Up as a texting platform. I've been hearing good things about Hit 'em Up and pretty inexpensive. HITEMUP. I just put it in the chat.
Awesome. Ben also typed in Ripple as well, RIPL. So that's awesome. And there you go. Okay, so now the next thing you have to do in the first 30 days is you need to attend some classes and you need to learn. So one of the things is I think a lot of us are envious. I'm envious of some of you and the way you use Instagram. And I asked one of the agents that uses Instagram better than anybody I know, how did you learn? And she said, I Googled, how to use Instagram, how to create stories, how to use the cool little animated graphics and GIFs and everything. And I watched an hour-long video. I attended a webinar. And so really for the first 30 days, one of the things that she says is sign up for as many classes and webinars in 30 days if you can. If you build the muscles and you lift some weights and do some time in those first 30 days, then you know how to do things. And we call it slow down to run faster later. So you spend a little time, Google how to do certain things, watch these videos, learn about tagging, learn about hashtags, learn how to use the Marketing Design Center at HomeSmart, learn how to use canva.com, attend these classes and learn, and then, and then follow top agents. So go connect with Stephanie, and she basically said, copy me, whatever I'm doing. So if I did a Netflix thing, you guys take it, you copy it. Find and follow top agents, find as many of them as you can that are the top agents, and then follow them and start to mimic what they do, because your sphere of influence is different than their sphere of influence. So then you got to get comfortable with your tools and your software. And so you got to practice. Some of you out there don't like doing video. Some of you don't like doing posts. You just have to try doing one and get started, and then it'll start to become natural. So start posting, start sharing, start doing video. And how about this? Start commenting. It's an easy way to ease into it. You comment on other people's posts instead of and don't just do a like, comment to people and say, that's awesome. I'm so happy for you. Love this. I'm going to share it, and then reshare it and repost those posts on your social media as well. Bill, I see you shaking your head.
Yeah, let me just interject too. With Stephanie, where you're going to get this thing, and you'll get to know Stephanie's name. Stephanie is the type of person, what I love about her is she wants to share everything. She loves people from Chicago. So you start commenting on her stuff, she's going to pick up the phone and call you or comment back to you or share stuff with you. You want to ask her a question. She loves us because, they call Arizona, what is it? It's the far southwest suburbs of Chicago. Everybody from Chicago knows somebody in Arizona, and Stephanie wants those referrals. She's not going to ask you for them, but she will give everything that she has for you to do that. One of the other things I wanted to share is a lot of you guys know Ben is kind of our company tech guru. And it was interesting what you were saying about, Google, how to use Instagram or something like that. One of the things, whenever I'm complimenting Ben about something, I go, oh my gosh, Ben, you're so flippin' smart. How do you know that? He goes, I'm not smart. He goes, I'm just a lot faster at Google than you are. I could surf Google and look at the videos a lot faster than you can, and that's it. And then lastly, the biggest thing is, and I learned this actually from Stephanie.
Don't give away my tricks.
When you start doing, Ben, let me finish this and I'll let you hop in here a second. When you start doing video, and I do bomb, but if you just take a video from your phone, whenever, I joke, Stephanie nicknamed me One Take Willie. She said, Bill, you got to just do it. You got to just do it. And you're going to goof and you're going to stumble and and then just kind of laugh at yourself in the video, but then just go ahead and post it. He goes, let people know that you're natural. And now I'm not afraid to do them. Now I don't care. If I mess it up, I mess it up. Ben, you were trying to hop in there. Did you have something?
I was just saying, don't give away my tricks, my Google tricks.
Yeah.
But also something that I do want to mention that I was going to talk about on Thursday, but I think it builds perfectly into this. It's a program called Hootsuite.com. I'm not sure what's on the next slide. I'm not sure if you're going over this. But what Hootsuite allows you to do is schedule posts on all of these platforms without you doing any work. So basically what you do is you spend 1 week putting together 365 posts using all these different tools that they're going over right now. You load them in, and then during the year, you just do supplemental posts. So you're going between 1 and 3 posts a day easily with not a lot of work. And if you forget a day, you still have Hootsuite working in the background.
That's awesome.
Love it.
I love it. No, Ben, I wasn't necessarily going to go over Hootsuite. I know Stephanie either uses Hootsuite or something like it. She might mention it on the webinar. I don't remember. But that's a very powerful tool. And if you guys have a resource like Ben there, learn from him, attend his classes, he's, that's just such a valuable resource there. So I'm excited for all of you that you have that. Keeping on going here. This is a big one, put an asterisk by it. Set up a master doc with all your usernames and passwords. If you want to use an app, I have an app on my iPhone that it's called Password, and it's got everything there and every password. So to Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Pinterest, whatever, or do it on paper. If you're worried about security, create a little phone book and put it in a, safe somewhere that has all your passwords, but it's an easy, quick thing for you to manage all of your different accounts. And obviously use this Excel file and set this up and start to use it. Now, one of the things you're going to notice is down at the bottom, do you see all those funny little letters? It says AIHPBLFRN. What it stands for is when you're doing social media, or if you're scheduling out a year or 6 months worth of social, like Ben's talking about, you want to have a mix of types of posts. So one of the things that Stephanie does is she tracks what kind of posts she does. Aspirational and inspirational posts, informational and helpful posts, humorous posts, sometimes personal posts. Like she posted something one day about her father. She posted something about a high school photograph from way back when, and her social media blew up because it was personal. And then there's buyer related posts. Then there's listing and property related, first time home buyer related, renters, and then newsworthy. So some of it's real estate. You have to be careful with doing too much real estate. You really want the aspirational, inspirational, informational, helpful, humorous, the personal, the newsworthy, all those things. And so one of the things that she was asked by agents is, well, how do you keep track of it? And she's like, well, on this little sheet right here, here's your first 30 days. So when you post something aspirational, put a little A in the column if you want, and it'll help you just track, or just mentally just know that you need to have different types of posts, and put a little post-it up on your wall with those little cues: aspirational, informational, humorous, buyer related, etc. Does that make sense? So that's kind of the tab 1 of the plan. Now, how simple is that? Pretty cool. Some of you will be able to just do some updates and skip right to tab 2. So in tab 2 is 30 to 61 days. And this is where it gets challenging. I'm going to challenge all of you. She basically challenges her agents in her office and her team. I want you to do 2 videos or do 2 stories a day, okay, for like 2 weeks. And once you get through the 2-week time period, if you are able to do 2 a day, you'll find that it becomes habit. You're driving to the store. You're driving to go get takeout at a restaurant, and you pull out your video camera and you say, "Hi, I'm here at so-and-so pizza place, just supporting the neighborhood. So thankful to you all for being open. They're running a 2-for-1 special. Here's their phone number. Here's their email. I want to share it with all of you. And by the way, their pizza is awesome," or something like that. And you just did a video. How hard is that to do? Force yourself to do 2 videos or 2 Instagram stories, 2 Facebook stories a day. Bill, I see you perking up.
I'm trying to roll, and there's too many people to scroll through. Is Laquan Henley, are you on this call? We'll give him just a minute, but Laquan is awesome at this. Laquan, I'm going to bed one night, and it was a late night. It was like 11 o'clock, 11:30, something like that, 12 o'clock, and all of a sudden I got a little notice, and it's Laquan shooting a video going, "I can't believe I'm still at the office. Look at this office. The place is absolutely empty." And, I mean, he just does, and he'll have informative stuff mixed in there, but he does a great job at it. And he does post something every day, if not every other day.
All right, so Bill, type Laquan's name into the chat so everybody can go friend him, follow him. That's another thing. You all need to friend and follow each other, because your spheres of influence don't overlap, or if they do, it's just a smidge, and you can share and help each other out. And you have 700 agents up there in Chicago that if all of you start sharing and reposting and sharing and commenting positively, encouraging each other, how awesome is that? So this afternoon, share as many people, friend as many people, and find them all and start doing as many of those a week as you can, and really just start to support each other. Now, on the 2 videos, stories, lives per day, if you do 2 a day, that's 14 per week. That's 28 in 2 weeks. That's, 56 in a month. And then all of a sudden, in a month, you're a social media maverick, maven, whatever. You're killing it. So here, Stephanie wrote down some ideas for you. Market updates, neighborhood listing specific, buyer seller specific, first time home buyer, all the things that she has down at the bottom of that sheet. That's what you need to do those videos. Now, you need to supplement your videos with 2 to 3 posts a day. You also need to share one other person's post a day. Now, it could be the National Association of Realtors. It could be Real Estate Magazine. It could be HomeSmart. It could be wisdom from Bill Fleming, your illustrious broker, and he posts something amazing, and you all turn around and share it. And if you do that, then sharing becomes a habit. So see the little black bolded checkbox. There's 30 days, and all you have to do is put X's in there every day when you do 1 share, or fill it with the number 1 or fill it with the number 2. So if I do 2 shares a day, I post in 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 2, and I keep track. And then at the end of the month, I see how many shares I did. I see how many posts I did. I see how many videos I did. I mean, this is simple. You're just breaking it down. This is what Stephanie does. And then now Stephanie doesn't track it anymore, candidly. Once you do this for about a year, you kind of don't even need to do the tracking anymore. You just go back and reference the Excel file and make sure you're doing it. It becomes natural. She also comments at least 5 times a day on other people's posts. And one of her big secrets was, instead of just commenting in text, comment with a video. Nobody else comments with a video. So if it's somebody's birthday, don't just say, type in happy birthday. Post a video, happy birthday. And then you'd be surprised at how many times your video is watched in the comments. That was one of her big things. And then she says, do 2 property or real estate shares per week to your groups. So is this a pretty easy next 30 days? You guys can do this, right? All right, now let's talk about 60 to 90. This is where you get into groups. So you need to continue what you did in your 30 to 60 days. You're doing your 2 videos a day, your 2 to 3 posts a day, the 5 comments per day. Oh, Beck, I got one more thing to share with you. Agents always ask, what is my comment or what is my content? How do I actually do 2 videos a day, 2 to 3 posts a day? How do I do that? Write this one down. I want you to this afternoon, look at your voicemail. And I want you to write down your last 10 phone calls that came from clients or prospects or people in your sphere that were asking questions. And so Kwesi Akal is an agent that I learned from in Philadelphia. And Kwesi, every day he looks at his voicemail, he looks at his phone call list, and he says, oh, this person asked about first-time home buyer. This person asked about jumbo loans. This person asked about interest rates. This person asked about this new neighborhood over here called Greyhawk. And so he just pulls out his phone and he does a video. Hey, I got a phone call from so-and-so asking me, or from one of my clients asking me about Greyhawk. I want to tell you about this new development. Here's what it is. Here's what you need to know. They're breaking ground in 30 days. They should have the model homes open on this time. You'll be ready to go. Call me. I can help you. Because even though you're buying a new home, you need buyer representation. The home builder is the seller. You need to call me. And so then he does a video. And then he does a post on the same thing. So one voicemail got him one video and got him one post. And it helps him create his content. Bill, how do you like that one?
I love it. Love it.
Awesome.
Hey, we had one question on the chat, and I'd be curious to hear your opinion on it. And I'll probably reach out to Stephanie. Do you know if she's using a business page, doing most of it from a Facebook standpoint? Is she using mostly a business page or a personal page or a combination of both?
She has a business page, but she says primarily, she does both, but primarily most of the activity, most of the agents that I know, they have like Kwesi Akal in Philadelphia. He's got Kwesi Akal personal and Kwesi Akal realtor for his business page. And he does posts on both, but the majority of his business comes from his personal. And then if they want to, they link from his personal real quick over to his business when they want information about real estate, but it's being driven from his personal. And a lot of agents I've seen, even some agents have dropped the business page and some only do personal, or at least they focus more on their personal. And then they're making sure that it's aspirational, informational, humorous, personal, as well as, business related. And then they periodically do their business page. So the best answer is do both. But really you gotta get out there and do personal. Your clients want to see you at the Memorial Day, barbecue, party, event, posting something personal, for a veteran or a family member, thanking them for their service. That's personal, right?
The only thing I've always cautioned agents about is if you have, like, you just took a new listing and you put it on your personal page, nobody cares but the seller, you, and your mother. If you put it on a business page and then share that with the client, or somehow get the client to put that on their page, everybody, their friends and relatives do care. Oh, Jim and Susie are moving. Look at their house, blah, 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 blah. They would absolutely do that.
Awesome. And I'm typing in a couple other agents real quick.
Hey, Todd,
Bill,
you're replying those to me privately.
I know, that's why I just did that one public. Okay, there you go. And so 2 agents that you need to also follow, Davin Emmons. He does exactly what Bill was talking about with Laquan. He takes a video at least once a week where he's the only one in the office at 8:30 at night, writing a contract, doing a paper. Sometimes I think he even just drives to the office and does a quick video, and then but he wants people to know he's working hard.
Poor Davin, his Facebook is probably blowing up right now with friend requests. I love it.
Love it. And Chris Lardy is another one that you need to follow. And then one more, if you want to really see how to do Instagram, Kara Lavenda, Levenda, Instagram, and Allie Manning, CLE, Instagram. Okay, so I put a couple in there for you to follow. And then, like you said, Bill, you do have to watch being opportunistic too much on your personal, where you get a brand new listing and then you post it there. It's probably better to post that on your business page and ease in other things like, you know, I don't know, something that says you're a realtor on your personal, but yet it's not blatantly saying, hey, check this listing out. It is okay to post those things every now and then. And that's why Kwesi is a good one to follow in Philadelphia. I'll type his name, Kwesi Akal, A-K-A-L, in Philadelphia. All right. A couple other quick things, because I know we got to watch the time. All right, follow Kwesi. Okay, so now you're on 60 to 90 days. This is where you need to keep doing all those posts and that daily activity. But then this is when you need to start your groups. You need to do a VIP group for your past clients, and you need to do a neighborhood group. And then you need to post in those groups at least twice a week just to keep them going. So babysitter info, school info, community info, whatever it might be. The biggest thing that Stephanie said is you don't overwhelm them and don't overwhelm you. Once you start the group will keep it going with content. You just need to make sure you supplement it once a week, twice a week. Don't make yourself have brain damage over it. Just make sure it's constantly, moving, but the group will do that on its own. Then she talks about starting a mastermind group for referrals. What other top agents? How many of you in Illinois would like to be in a mastermind group with Stephanie in Chicago? Or excuse me, in Arizona? You can learn from top agents in other parts of the country, and while you're doing it, you're building a network all over. So if you do a referral with somebody in Georgia, start a referral group with them. And then add in agents from Florida and all over. And then you can also add in agents from Illinois. So top agents that are in an area, or North Chicago, South Chicago, West, East, Central, downtown, start different groups with your friends that work there in the brokerage. Couple quick items, and then we'll go on. Wake up an hour earlier, go to bed an hour later for the first 30, 60, 90 days to get this done. Does that sound good?
I just got a private text, Todd, that said this webinar is flipping amazing. So
awesome.
Todd, you've got a couple questions, but one of them from the Sunshine Broker, Sherry, is saying, do you invite all your friends to the neighborhood group, or what's the criteria for a neighborhood group?
The neighborhood group should really be about living in a particular neighborhood. So you really want to invite the people that live in the area, Briarwood Ranch. And then what you do is then there's another neighborhood a block over. Stephanie runs 7 neighborhood groups and 1 big community group. Her big community group is Queen Creek, and that she invites everybody. She also has a VIP group for her past clients, and she has a private friend group, and she invites her friends. And periodically, if she wanted to invite different periodic friends to different groups, you could. It's just you really do want to keep the group kind of, pure to the neighborhood, pure to the community. Does that make sense?
And Queen Creek is the city that she lives in, so it's not just a specific neighborhood.
Right. So for that would be like Elgin. She creates 7 neighborhoods in Elgin, and then she runs 1 Elgin big community group for all of Elgin. Is that making sense? And then 1 private VIP group, and then she's got her friend group. So, one of the things, this is another great idea. She had the person I actually had her title company or her escrow company created this for her for free. Find Me Here. And it's a document that talks about personal Facebook, LinkedIn, her VIP group for her past customers, her Instagram, her YouTube, TikTok, Pinterest, and it's got all her handles all right there. And she can email this graphic out to all of her clients, all of her customers, all of anybody. She posts it on social media periodically because, a lot of times people will do a post, but hey, I'm on Facebook, but you can also find me here on LinkedIn. You can find me here on Instagram. And so action item, create a Find Me Here document. Have a PDF of it, create a JPEG, have a PNG so you can text it, so you can email it, so you can use it in your social media. And if you can't make it look really nice like this, ask your title company, your escrow to help you out. hire somebody on Fiverr, hire a college student, go to Canva. They have a template. You could probably create this. Really cool. How about that one, Bill? Isn't that a golden nugget?
Good deal. Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So yeah, now this was designed for free for her by her title company. Just an example of, what to do. So here's your plan. You got your, 30, 60, 90-day plan. You guys can go through all of this when we email you the group. I don't want to take up too much more of your time. We kind of covered everything. Just do it. Stop thinking and start doing. That's my challenge to all of you. All right, now, Bill, before we move on, here's a couple little helpful resources. This will be in the PDF for you. For tools she uses HomeBot, drives it to her social media. I'll talk about that next time. BombBomb, referralbook.com, Referral Exchange. It's inside of the HomeSmart Real Smart Agent app. We have in the marketing section a HomeSmart referral network that is run by Referral Exchange. If you haven't yet built out your profile and set it up, go into Real Smart Agent, click on Marketing, click on Referral Exchange, and start to set up your own profile. Pretty cool?
Love it.
All right, 5 minutes of a couple little awesome ideas. Here you go. We last Friday did this webinar with Pueblo, and Corey's smiling, I can see it. They started doing a really cool thing where they, as a group, started offering free local delivery to those that can't be in public. So they'll go do grocery shopping for people. They'll do prescription pickup. They'll do restaurant pickup and delivery, or they'll go get gloves and sanitizer at the store and deliver it to people. And I just wanted you to see this idea. Isn't this awesome? And you all could copy this and start doing it together amongst yourselves, or do it as a brokerage. But what do you think, Bill?
I love it.
And
I just have to put somebody in charge of it now.
That's awesome. But it's really cool because there are people who they need assistance, and it feels good to give back. It feels good when you go to the store and you pick up a prescription for somebody that can't get out and you deliver it back to them. So that's a great idea.
The other thing that they do, I'll just go really quickly, is that the mayor saw it and loved it and asked if they could be the drop-off for different charities and things. And so their office is the drop-off, and they got a lot of publicity and they love it.
Yep. And then they all started also doing the videos where they, when they go pick up pizza somewhere or pick up Chinese food for the family, then they basically do a quick video, they promote it out, and their concept is, hey, we want to give back to the community. We're supporting these restaurants, trying to help them, all the staff get back on their feet. And, they help out the community, and then they get the word out. So great little ideas. Another great idea. We recently did branded stickers on Instagram. Now, you all know we've had these stickers for a while that you can text. Well, now when you go create a story on Instagram, there's a little section when you create your video, you click into it. You got to watch the video that the marketing team created about how to do it, but it's pretty intuitive. They said you're in an Instagram, and now you can add a little animated GIF with these stickers on Instagram. And for Facebook, they created these new animated GIFs. So write this down, go into the Marketing Design Center inside of Real Smart Agent, and you can now download these animated GIFs that are created for you that you can all download. There's 6 of them right there. And, you can use these animated GIFs, a smarter way to find a home, blah, blah, blah. And it has these different animated GIFs. Brand new, hot off the press. Now, last item, we got 4 minutes left. Sorry, Bill, I know I talked too much.
You're fine.
But I want to tell you something I learned in the last week. When I originally started talking to you all about doing virtual marketing, we're restricted. So how are some ways that we can show properties without, or how can we show them virtually? So if you've seen me before, I love this graphic. If you can choose your spouse online, you can choose your house online. And I talked to you about how stores like Ashley Superstore have started to create marketing that says, hey, look for furniture. We have associates standing by in the showroom that can show you all the sofas, lamps, couches. They'll do it via Zoom. So we created some marketing for your brokerage to start to use, and you're only the second brokerage in the country to have this marketing. We're going to get it to you, and you can all start to do this same thing. We have associates standing by to help you find homes virtually. And so I'll show those to you. So the marketing team created all these cool graphics. You guys got to go watch the videos. You need to download this iPad graphic, which explains the concept of one person inside the home, the buyer's agent, the prospective buyer, the seller's agent, all at their remote areas. Our marketing team created this graphic for you all to use. So download it, start using it. But here's what I learned. I'm going to skip ahead here. Here's these other graphics. And then, Bill, we're going to talk about realtor tours next week. But here's the thing. So now, Bill, we're going to get this to you right away today. And it's also available in Franchise Manager, by the way, for you to download the HTML. Okay? So the subject line, introducing live virtual home showings. Find a home your way. Facebook Live, Google Meet, Zoom, whatever. Here's the copy. Tour homes live virtually without leaving your home. You don't have to wait to make buying or selling your home a reality. Our HomeSmart real estate agents are ready to connect with you today for a live virtual home showing or an open house experience via Zoom, FaceTime, Google Meet, Facebook Live, and more. So we just created this. This is hot off the press. There's email signatures that you can all start to use. There's social media graphics for Instagram and Facebook that you can start to use and basically say, I'm available to show homes. Now, here's what I learned in the last week is that I originally started talking to you guys about doing 3-hour open houses from noon to 3 o'clock on a Saturday. You set up an open house for 4 hours, half hour before, half hour after, and you start to invite people in, right? And come to an open house. But you all agents, all of you in the field are smarter than me. And what you all started to do was do a 15-minute open house, not a 3-hour open house. And so what I learned was agents are driving to an open house at 1 o'clock. It's not 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock. It's at 1 o'clock. And if you're there at 1 o'clock, then I'm going to walk through the home and I'm going to show you the home. And 10 minutes later, the open house is over. And all of a sudden you have 150 people at an open house watching for 10 minutes. Here's when my real aha came. I learned this from this agent and one of the agents in Palm Springs, Mike Jepson, who's up on the screen, as well as David Dion in Phoenix. And that they learned from him is, so the other night, my niece, she had her 2-year-old birthday. And instead of the family having a birthday party from 6 o'clock until 7:30, the whole family got on from 6 o'clock to 6:10, and friends and everybody from all around the country. And we had 80 people on a Zoom meeting, and we all sang her, they lit the candles on the cake, and they sang her happy birthday, and 10 minutes later, everybody was off. But she got to see 90 people on a Zoom call wish her happy birthday. And what I learned from agents was, instead of doing a 3-hour open house, you only had 10, 15 people come through. But if you do a 15-minute or a 10-minute open house at 1 o'clock, you can all of a sudden have 150, 300 people through right at 1 o'clock. And so it's a 10-minute open house that actually gets more results. How about that, Bill? Isn't that pretty cool?
Yeah.
One of our agents in New York had 1,700 people on a 10-minute open house because they marketed it out at 1 o'clock on Saturday. I'm going to show you this new home just ready to hit the market. And everybody showed up at 1 o'clock. He did a 10-minute walkthrough, and then boom, it was gone.
Wow.
Isn't that pretty cool? So I learned something last week. Don't do the 3-hour open house. Follow like up on the screen. I'm doing a showing Saturday at 1 o'clock and do a 10-minute open house, and then you get your Saturday back. And then you can show everybody. And some people are using the pre-registration. So what you have to do is, for a week, they're marketing, I'm doing an open house at 1 o'clock on Saturday, and I'll do a walkthrough. It'll only last 10 minutes long. Click here to register. And when they click here, you capture their name and their email address. And if you get 20 people to do that, and you do one a week for 4 weeks, you've got 80 people that are now buyers that you have their email, their contact info. You just built your database. And when these people are doing it and they're getting 100 people to register for an open house, 4 weeks in a row, they have 400 people that now have registered to open houses. And it's added security for the homeowner. You're just not letting random people in. So I've kind of learned too that a lot of agents are loving the registration where you set up a Zoom. They have to register to get the link, and it says 1 o'clock, and it sends them a reminder 15 minutes before open house is starting in 15 minutes. It's a 10-minute open house. Pretty cool. I think I would just get excited about it because it's working so well for agents. You got to do this. And then good news, what Bill said, and I'm going to start with good news from Chicago. Diana Ekstrom, if you're on the call, you're a rock star. I was so inspired by your post, and she said, here's what she posted the other day. She said, hey, I just sold this house on the second day on the market, cash to close in 3 weeks, multiple offers. So thankful to HomeSmart for doing the webinars on live virtual listing appointments, showings, and open houses. After watching the webinars, it totally changed my mind as what's possible to continue to sell in this difficult market. So I'm trying all these virtual ways, and I have to say, I really like it. She took the listing virtually. She showed the property virtually. She closed the property virtually. She sold the home. Diana, you're my hero. You get the gold star, and I love this post. But all of you can learn from what Diane said. This stuff works. Just try it. Try a 10-minute open house. And I'm done. I know I talk too much, Bill.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Absolutely perfect. That was absolutely perfect.
All right. Well, I hope that you enjoyed today's episode of the Real Estate Podcast, how to create your own 90-day social media marketing plan and how to conduct the 15-minute open house. If you would like to download the 30, 60, 90-day social media marketing plan, please visit homesmart.com/business-builder. Scroll down to the bottom of the page. You will see the pre-recorded webinar with Stephanie Sandoval that I referenced on today's episode of The Real Estate. And you will see a button there to download both the PowerPoint of that webinar as well as to download the 30, 60, 90-day social media marketing plan. So I hope you've enjoyed today's episode of the Real Estate Podcast. I am Todd Sumney, the Chief Industry Officer for HomeSmart International, and I hope to see you back on future episodes here at The Real Estate.
Like what you're hearing on The Real Estate? Tell your friends about us. Tell them to check out all of our episodes on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and Spotify. And don't forget to send any topics you want us to tackle to therealestate@homesmart.com.